Do you usually have trouble focusing and you feel like you can accomplish absolutely nothing? Dear fellow citizens of the world, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Nick. I'm a career and performance coach. And on this channel, we talk about mindset, career, and personal growth. Today, we are looking at ways to be more focused to help you not to waste time and feel more balance in your life. We all want to be able to focus because we want to maximize our time. And the reason for maximizing our time is feeling that you're more in control and more balance in your life between work and fun. Now, there's a few problems. Why is it so hard to focus? Well, number one, distractions are overwhelmingly present throughout your day. It could be people, it could be things, it could be social media, it could be TV, telephone, it could be anything that gives you excuses not to be able to focus on your work and do things productively. Number two, it's hard to get motivated. How many times have you sat down at your desk full of ambition, full of energy, and 5 minutes into it, you will catch yourself daydreaming? I know it happens a lot to me, so I'm pretty sure it happens to you a lot too. And the reason is that in this case, our focus is based too much on our emotions and our mood. So it's very unpredictable. It's something very subjective that you can't control, and you have to find a way to make it work better. Number three, if you can't focus, you spend even more time trying to focus. And then you feel frustrated because you feel like you're not accomplishing enough. So the less you focus, the more frustrated you get. And this is how usually we feel very dissatisfied with our own results. So when you encounter those three problems and you can't focus, well, you don't feel productive. You don't feel like you're moving forward. You feel kind of stuck at one point. And when you feel stuck, you feel you're not moving, you feel frustrated, you always feel like you are one step behind and always trying to rush to catch up with the next thing you are supposed to do. So let me give you 3 tips to help you overcome this lack of focus. Number one, you need to understand your pace and how you control your energy and how you use your energy. We all function differently. Some people can focus for a long time on one thing only. Some other people can only focus for short times and diversify the number of tasks they want to do. For me, it depends on the day. It really depends. Some days are better than others on long periods of time to focus. Some others, it's more diversified. And in this case, more tasks at the same time. You also need to understand what time of the day you feel more productive and you can focus more intensely. Some people do it better in the morning. Some people in the evening. I wake up early because I know I'm more productive in the morning for intense focus. As a result, writing, thinking, creating will be in the morning, and the rest of the day will be more robotic tasks, admin tasks, prospecting tasks, which don't require that much mental energy. So when do you feel you are the most productive and you can focus more intensely? Just remember when that is and try to make it work for you every day, which leads to number 2. You need to develop habits, routines, and create systems for yourself that remove the emotional aspect of things. And we talked about this in a previous video. Once you know yourself, maybe you're more creative at night. So you're going to keep all your creative work, your intense focus work towards that time of the day. And the rest, again, will be dedicated to things that don't require that mental energy. So once you understand that, stick to that routine, stick to that system, because it's truly going to help you be more consistent. And consistency is good in this case because consistency means that you have something you can rely on. So the system, this routine, these habits are the backbone of how you can focus more on demand, I would say. Now just keep this in mind though. These habits, these routines, these systems are going to be working for you if you don't try to overdo it right from the beginning. If this is something you've never done before and you usually go with your emotions, with your flow, you need to be careful not to overdo it in the beginning. It's like trying to exercise. You go from never doing exercise to running 10 miles a day. It's not going to work. Now, if you start slowly, step by step, yes, you accumulate, you acquire the habit, and your body and mind get used to it slowly. And only then the results can be at the level of your expectations. And number 3, something that it took me a long time to consider, you need to pay attention to the food that you eat, the amount of sleep that you get, and what kind of environment is around you on a daily basis. Because these 3 factors have a strong impact on your physical health. I love burgers and I love stuff that are not really recommended for being so healthy. And so I know now that once I eat those things, I feel sleepy after the meal. It's just too many carbs, too much sugar, and so on. So it's not the best way to be productive and to be able to focus. The second thing is sleeping. You need to understand and know how many hours of sleep make you function best. So in this case, I'm not even going to give you a number because everybody has a different number. If you're good with 6 hours, then you're good with 6. If you're good with 8, you're good with 8. I think the most important is to have a continuous sleep. If you feel like sleeping 8 hours is great for you, but you wake up in the middle of the night all the time, your sleep gets interrupted and it cannot be as powerful as a shorter sleep, for example. And finally, the environment is very important. If you are surrounded by constant noise, constant distractions, maybe your house is always dusty, it's always dirty, then make sure you clean this up because your environment has an impact on your physical health. And of course, when your physical health is not good, it strongly impacts your mental health. And when your mental health is not there, forget about trying to focus. It will never happen. So physical, mental mindset means focus. So make sure you keep that in mind to increase your focus and as a result, your productivity. So once you understand your pace, your energy management, you develop routines, habits, and systems, and finally you take care of your physical and mental health, now you find the magic triangle to help you focus more intensely. When you focus more intensely, you're more productive, you're more fulfilled, and you feel more balanced in your life. So what are the 3 takeaways from today's episode? Number 1, focus is truly based on emotions and moods. And you need to find a way to remove this subjectivity, this emotional activity in your brain by creating systems and developing habits. Number 2, everybody is different. People focus at different times of the day for different durations in different circumstances. Your job right now is to understand how you do it. What works better for you? Evening, morning, 1 hour, 2 hours, 45 minutes. Decide what works for you the best and keep that in mind to keep doing it in the future. And number 3, your focus comes from your mental health, and your mental health comes from your physical health. If you're able to keep all these in check, you're good to go. So look at what you've been doing this week. Have you been able to focus or not? If not, then try to understand why it didn't work. Try to understand where you could have done it differently and then improve it and use it again for next week. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you don't want to miss 2 new videos each week about career, mindset, and personal growth, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again on our next video.